One of our most powerful lists just got some amazing new cards from Spider-Man. We have a creature that not only adds additional power, but also provides some additional card advantage as well. We also got an incredible creature that pumps our army of 1/1 artifact tokens from the Anim. But mostly, I wanted to see how insane the mana ramp could get from the new Cheering Crowd. And let's just say, it did not disappoint. Alright guys, we just updated one of my best recent deck lists on the ladder, which was Naya counters with some brand new Spider-Man cards / Omen Path cards. If you guys didn't know, we were part of the early access event, meaning that we got some of these Spider-Man cards a little bit early to play for you guys against some other content creators, which was a lot of fun. So today we're checking out counters, and because Naya counters was already so powerful, I figured let's just add some fun stuff into it and see how we do. And it was not disappointing because we're running things like this Physic, which is basically a brand new Spider-Man. I don't know which one it was again, but basically, man, this card is able to put 1/1 counters on all of your artifact creatures just by tapping it, which is a really ridiculous ability that we're focusing mostly on here today. You can draw cards off of this too, but for the most part, we're trying to pump artifact creatures because the artifact creatures we have today are from Dollmaker's Shop, which is going to produce a 1/1 toy token creature every single time you attack in. But we've also got the Anim, which is going to create these gnome tokens that are artifact creatures as well. This is the more powerful of the two effects when you're, pairing it up with the Physic, but they both are very, very good, and your 1/1s get out of control pretty quickly. We've also got a brand new card, Cheering Crowd. I am a huge fan of this card. When I saw it, in the previews, I was pretty excited about it because not a lot of people like the idea of the card giving the other opponent mana, but I really don't care. This card gives us mana as well. It gets really big really fast, and it becomes a very much an answer the problem fast kind of a card because you're also giving me the mana, and if you allow me to untap and get 2 additional mana the following turn, it can get pretty crazy. Not to mention we can put instant speed counters on it with things like Collector's Cage. You just have to put a stop on your upkeep, and then you're able to put a Collector's Cage counter onto it to pay for 1, but then you're going to get that 1 mana right back, which is pretty cool. And then you also can Zac Fair as well, put an instant speed counter on it to get more mana as well. Again, these both cost 1 mana to do, but totally worth it to get your 1 mana right back and pump up your Cheering Crowd. And then today we're also going to be running the new Miles Morales card. I wish we could have flipped this today. I don't think we did, but we played the 2 mana side, which puts 2 counters onto different creatures, which is really nice. But if you can flip this thing over, it's a absolute beast, man. A 4/3 hasting first striker that puts counters on itself, and then gains hexproof too. It's a pretty ridiculous card, this card here. I think it's very, very powerful for the deck. And then lastly, we're trying out Gloria. Gloria is another really cool card that allows you to basically exile cards from the top of your deck whenever a modified creature attacks and hits the opponent to get card advantage, which is really helpful for keeping cards flowing. I wasn't the best at playing this card. I still have a lot of learning to do with this card because I was playing my mana before attacking when you really should be looking for lands off of the Gloria, but super cool card. Again, this was a very powerful deck list beforehand, so we went on an absolute run with this deck. This deck was very powerful and one of the better things that I did during the event. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. We're gonna jump right into it and showcase how busted counters can be. Peace out. All right, guys, today we're gonna be checking out the 1/1 counter strategy in the early access event. We've played a couple of games with this deck, and it's feeling really good. Let me see here. Do we choose red? Because we've got green. Maybe we choose green, actually. Yeah, probably choose green. But we've played a couple of games. We've been kind of tweaking it here and there, and I think we finally got it on its final iteration of the deck here, which I'm pretty happy with. It's got some really interesting synergies with like artifact creatures too, which is pretty cool. The first few iterations of this deck were okay. I realized that there were some synergies that didn't quite align with each other, so we had to keep making adjustments. But we went against Seth from MTG Goldfish, and man, did he meme on us. I have got to try the deck list that he had put out there. He got us with this really cool deck list that allows you to swap, life totals with the opponent. Mr. Negative, I think is what it's called, Mr. Negative. And he swapped it after we got him down past 0. It was pretty crazy. I thought it was such a cool idea. I cannot wait to try it. I'm sure it'll be on their video at some point this week. All right, well, unfortunately not able to find a red source yet, and that's gonna probably end up costing us pretty largely here. And for them, I mean, they're having trouble getting blue, but I guess this does count as blue, so it's not that big a deal. All right, so this says artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. So they're trying to make everything I own enter tapped. I'm gonna actually play some defense against the victory. I don't want to swing it through here anymore. I think they're getting more value out of that than me getting through with my Miles Morales here. Siren. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about blocking in the air. I could get a Sheltered by Ghost, though, at some point in this game. That'd be kind of nice. All right, they might find themselves pretty confident in trying to get that through because it's got 4 toughness now, but I've got the instant speed 1/1 counter I can put on Miles Morales, so I don't know if they were prepared for that or not. Looks like that was not the case. Yeah, they say oops, I figured. Okay, so do we want to go here or do we want to just start getting this going? I have no idea, man. It feels like I want to go here. No, if I'm being smart here, it's got to be the Ouroboros. It has to be. Counterspell, okay. And we got another counterspell on top too, so that's a bummer. Can't block in the air, might as well full send. And the last card in their hand is a counterspell. Okay. So I mean, we could win this race. We could. Let's try to resolve this. It probably gets countered. It doesn't. Okay. That's good. How about this? Does this get countered? It should, because if they don't, I'm going to get the collector's cage hit here and I should be able to win this game. Yep, they counter it. All right, we go cage here, swing on through, get some more counters on it with that, and they're down to 7. All right. Collector's cage off the top would have been helpful, but I had to do it with some mana open. So we got 4, 5. Leaving some defense up here, smart. Okay, so if I play, oh, that's a tough decision. Well, I guess it's not a tough decision because I won't actually be able to trigger this unless I have the Ouroboros down. So we might as well go for it. All right, and then we go here. Man, I'd like, yeah, I think I'd like to do the more expensive side, of course. And we'll put the counter here. And that'd be not quite lethal, super close, but not quite. All right, and that'll leave the opponent with the ability now to get us for 4 damage at the bare minimum. Let's go, we got him. Okay, that was a tricky game, man. The counter spells and then the consoles early kind of got us off to a really weird start, but good game nonetheless. All right, we're going first this time. Our hand's not keepable, unfortunately. I wish it was. That would have been pretty good. This hand looks good. Elf into a doll maker shop's not bad. Hopefully it's enough. See what happens. I would like to get my citizens down, man. I want to show you guys how fun that card can be, especially with all the ramp it can provide you. All right, doll makers, come on down, get in there, create the token, which is going to be important because if I can find my spider that can give all my artifact tokens 1/1 counters, that's going to get really fun. Oh, we got ourselves a mayhem player here. Let's play this for green. I mean, I'm gonna be taking some damage for it though. You know, let's play it for white, pay 2 life, get this in. Swing through with this to trigger this. I mean, there's no way they're gonna block here, right? They might, but if they do, actually, I'm actually pretty happy about that. All right, cool. All right, I cannot block Norman Osborn. He's unblockable. And it connives. People really loving this card, man. Obviously, because it works so well with Mayhem, but they are loving this card. I can't wait to try it in my next build that we're going to be doing, where we, you know, we get to go copy creatures from my graveyard. It's going to be so much fun. Alrighty. I think I'm going to play this here. Take you. Play this, and then I'm going to leave this 1 mana open so Zach Fair can constantly give indestructibility. And for now, just swing through with this. I guess I should have just sent the tokens here too. I don't know why I didn't do that. I don't know why I'm playing like there's blockers out there. That was really silly. I don't know where my brain was at on that one. Sorry, guys. Oh, is this a new it's a new board, isn't it? I like to see all the interactive things that the board can do, but looks pretty much like just bubbles and stuff. All right, the opponent saying discard or lose 3 life. Am I discarding the Zach Fair? Probably not. Probably not. Because they're going to have a ton of removal. I'm going to probably end up sacking the Zach Fair to save my elf. And then we'll do the same thing with the next one. I do wish I would draw better, though. I really wish I could draw a card here. That would be helpful. Oh, they're doing exactly what I planned on doing. This card right here, it's one of the Spider-Man cards, but it copies a card that's in your graveyard. That's exactly what I was going to be going for. That's going to be my next video. I wonder if they're running Grixis with like the incinerator. That's one of the pieces I was going to put in the yard. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Ooh, collector's cage. Don't mind if I do. Ouroboros? I mean, has to be, right? Has to be. So what does that mean? We go with this, putting a counter, let's just say here. That way when I do this, I get the Ouroboros. Seems pretty good. All right, but now they can reanimate the Arden, or create an Arden essentially with their Cavero. But that's not too big of a deal. It's not too big of a deal. Alrighty. Nothing from the opponent here. I'm gonna put a counter here. Pump the field and swing on through. A little bit of a bummer of a game there because the opponent didn't get to see any new cards from me. I was really hoping, you know, to pull some of the good stuff, but I can't not take an Ouroboros. I know we had the citizens there, but I had to take the Ouroboros. It would be a really silly mistake not to do that, so we'll take the win. Alrighty, we got our spider on turn 2. This is a keepable hand for sure. Let's see what happens. Gloria off the top is cool, but I need like I need a Dollmaker Shop or a Nim if I really want the physic to go crazy for us. That's the main goal. We'll choose white for now, pay the 2, get this in. Okay. Rakdos with a Mako and a... Okay, yeah, this is going to be Mayhem again. I'm very happy, though, that we have Sheltered by Ghosts. That's going to be so clutch in this matchup. Yeah, you got it. This can be sacrificed at instant speed if they're willing to discard a card, which is so interesting. All right, let's go ahead and put this down and... Oh, I could go with the cage and maybe go fish up something interesting here. It's possible. I might be able to find something big here. Let's do it. Let's go collector's cage here, see what we get on top. And then, or in the hideaway, I should say. And then Llanowar Elves. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Got ourselves in a Nim or a Dollmaker Shop. I'm taking one of the two. I think Dollmaker Shop's the smart play, though. Okay, and then we tap this to get the 1/1 counter. We tap the other elf to pump this elf to block and to unlock the Dollmaker shop. All right, we are cooking. Now, next turn, I can unlock the Dollmaker shop, play out the Gloria, and we can really start frying. All right, so this has haste and mayhem. Am I willing to trade with it? Probably not. Okay, cool. They don't even attack anyways. That makes my life easier because I really want to get down Gloria, right? We definitely want to do that. And I really want to get the Dollmaker shop open. All right, so we'll attack in with this, which will get a 1/1 counter from the Gloria. We'll trigger the Dollmaker shop. And no blocks. Okay. All right. I got to start remembering that the Gloria gives us that card at the end of the turn. I should stop playing lands if I don't have to. I probably should have still played that land there, but something to consider. All right. 1/1 counters get placed. And then we'll put a counter here. Okay, sheltered by ghosts. Take you. Send everybody, and then we, again, we just put counters onto the Dollmaker shop tokens. All right. And we put another counter, like, let's just say here. And that will do it. Let's go, dude. I mean, that's so overpowered. It's so good. This deck was already really good before, and we just basically spiced it up a little bit with these spider cards, man. So nice. All right, I hope I get to show you guys how ridiculous the physic is with the Anim now. You guys got to see it with the Dollmaker shop. I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's not nearly as powerful, I feel like, as it is with the Anim. Because those construct tokens come in attacking right away, and when you pump those up, it gets crazy. All right, we'll probably go with Collector's Cage next. That way we can put counters on the cheering crowd during our turn. That was a good top deck land-wise. Let's go with the Dollmaker shop again. Do what we can. I am curious to see if Mythic Mike here is willing to take the additional mana and give me the 1/1 counter. He probably should. I mean, knowing my hand, but he doesn't know my hand, obviously. Because if I had like a bunch of expensive stuff, you know, you definitely don't want to do that. But all right, we're also doing the mayhem stuff. That has haste too. Jeez Louise. Okay, starting town. Let's get down the elf and let's get down the cheering crowd. Here we go. Does he put the 1/1 counter there? Man, I really hope we can find a Sheltered by Ghosts off the top, because a Sheltered by Ghosts, I mean, it blows this deck out of the water if I could just gain a little bit of life off my big guys. All right, so they are going to take the additional mana. They give me the 1/1 counter. Oh, let's put a stop right here to make sure that this doesn't go forward and when I try to do the cage. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Alrighty, we'll just go ahead and get this down, and I will say go. And then hopefully when I double block this Weaver, they don't take into account the 1/1 counter at instant speed and they try to kill the Physic. That would be ideal. I'm definitely going to drop a land here. I don't want to take damage here. Another Kavini is not very good for them, is it? All right, so we got a couple of options here. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm just gonna block here, because I don't want this going back to their hand. Oh, it's already going back to their hand because they already did throw something in the yard. I forgot. It doesn't matter, I guess then. Another Zac Fair is interesting for sure. Put a counter on the Zac Fair, of course. And we're cooking. We're definitely cooking. Cancel that. Let's actually play this tapped. That way we don't take any damage. All right, and then we send in our friend here. Boom, let's go. We're cooking. We're ready. Exile my graveyard, fine. That's fine. Don't really care. Oh, they never brought that back to their hand, by the way. Interesting choice. Another Corpse of the Lost, sure. All right. They send those back to their hand. Alrighty. Send everybody, I think. Yeah. Because that leaves me back 2 blockers, and they have to block, right? Yeah, they GG's. Okay. All right, cool. Sounds good. Another big win, man, against Mayhem again. I'm really loving this deck. I'm feeling pretty unstoppable right now. All right, we're going first, and our hand is awesome. Let's go. It is awesome. Zac Fair into Cheering Crowd, which is a little scary. I'd like to try to have some other stuff down before the Cheering Crowd takes place, but it's okay. Zac Fair is part of the game plan too. I can send the counters over to the Cheering Crowd if I want to. Let's find out though how our opponent here wants to deal. Let's make this green. All right, here we go. Let's see if they take the 1/1 counter in the mana ramp or not. I'm gonna put a stop here just in case, because I may want to pass Zac Fair's counters to the crowd. We'll see. Probably not though, just in this particular instance, I probably won't. Okay, so they want to get down their Spinner of Souls. Okay, do I want to pass the counter here to get 2 more mana? I'm gonna pay 1 to get it, but no, I think I'm just gonna draw. Not this time. All right, main phase, we'll take the counter, yes. So we get another green source down here, and we've ramped our way now into the Ouroboros, and we will pass the counters to the Ouroboros. Get in for 6. Seems pretty solid to me. And then Gloria can come down, put some 1/1 counters on the Ouroboros when it attacks. And then hopefully hit a land off of the Gloria. All right, so if they put a counter on this, they're actually going to get 5 additional mana. So that's going to help them a lot. That's the downside to the Cheering Crowd. Let's see how that helps them. It's definitely an accelerant, one would say. The doll. Okay. So we're getting spiders off of that, right? Yeah, it gets sacked. It gets counters. Okay, and then this. Flying till end of turn. This seems like a trap, right? Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructibility. Maybe they were just trying to pass the indestructibility to it. I don't know. Oh, this is the Amazing Spider-Man. I love this card. Yes, take action. All right, so we can basically get these guys for free. But I can't play 2, of course. They're legendary. My bad. Yeah, we'll play this. And we will attack. Counters here, and then we've already played a land, so that's unfortunate. I probably should have waited on the land being dropped. so I could potentially get one off of the Gloria. I keep forgetting about the Gloria trigger. It's like, it's pretty frustrating that I keep forgetting about that. All right, we might have lost this one. Their deck is kind of confusing to me. So basically they sack this to give indestructibility, which triggers a lot of events here that I'm not really following. Whenever a creature you control enters, gains life, counter, it's a spider. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you may reveal that many cards, or reveal cards from top of your library until you reveal a creature card, put that card in your hand. So when this died, they were able to search their deck for another creature, and it happened to be another Spinner of Souls. Okay, so they're gonna give everything haste now. Sure. I definitely will be making some blocks now, though. I'll tell you that much. The twitching doll, if it dies, or is it when it gets sacrificed? They have to sacrifice it. Okay, they're not attacking into us. Ooh, that's a card. Yes, please take action. That's definitely a card. And we're gonna take one of your spinners here because that's your best card in my opinion. Okay, everything grows. I'm gonna swing in. Put the counter here, gain 21 life. I mean, probably not. Twitching Doll's probably gonna block and then sack in response to not allow me to gain life. Oh, maybe not. Okay, cool. They should have went Twitching Doll on the Ouroboros to stop me from gaining life. Okay, cool. I mean, that works out. They get 3 triggers on that, though. Back to 32, by the way. Like I said, guys, I'm feeling pretty unstoppable with this list. This 1/1 counter strategy is kind of next level. And we're now, I mean, for no reason whatsoever, we're pumping 20-something mana into each of each other's board because of the crowd. So, I mean, play your entire hand. I mean, you can. They just can't play this because it requires one of each color. At the beginning of a combat on your turn, other spiders you control gain a lot of different keywords. Man, we should probably try a spider deck out, man. Seems like people are having pretty good fun with it. This is like the 3rd one I've seen. All right, sacrifice, search your library for a spider, hero card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. See what they grab. I will say this deck that they're running though. I mean, I know we've got kind of a wild deck ourselves, and we're popping off, but it does feel like their deck list is really good. All right, everybody get in there. Let's gain another 43 life. GG's. GG's. All righty. We're out of there. Let's go. Another big win, man. All right, that was a really interesting game, man. Being able to give that much mana to both sides of the board is kind of crazy. That was funny, man. Hey, it's Power Dragon. Let's go. Oh, that's fun. That'll mix things up a little bit. I'm gonna do this first though. Get in, create the token, and then we'll do the Miles Morales. I was trying to think of what the card was as its other form. All right, so we get Miles Morales down. Oh, we getting countered here? We're getting countered, no. Okay. Well, if this turns out to be control and they have sweepers, I could be pretty bummed out here. Dang, Miles Morales gets taken out. The one card I had that was not an old card. I do want to flip this over at some point, man. First strike and haste, and then put a 1/1 counter on this, and it gains hexproof and becomes colorless. Whenever you attack, double the number of each kind of counters on each spider and legendary you control. That could get pretty interesting. Chico. I just got done playing Naya myself. Little Gwen Stacy action. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and play this tapped. Get this in. I guess we leave some mana open here just in case, but is there any other 1 mana green spells I have? I guess there is. There's an elf. All right, put a counter here. All right, so we're gonna get the card off the top. Hopefully it's an elf. It's the only thing I can play. No, we lost the cage. That's a bummer. I have 4 or 5. I need 1 more land, and I've got the gallery hit here for the win. For the W. Prior to the first, like, I think 2 games that I played with this deck, I don't think I've lost at all, which is pretty awesome. All right, Collector's Cage. Oh man, I kind of hope I get the spider so I can pump up my little 1/1s. There's obviously Ouroborid would be the best card to get, but I'm hoping for something that's new and fun. We did get a spider. It's spider time. We'll need to put a counter though, like here. It's spider time. It's not as scary as you think though, don't worry. Oh, you're gonna kill my other new card? Don't kill my card. Oh no, they're blinking those cards. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I really don't want Shiko to get played. Probably should do this. Actually, I'm gonna put it on. No, I'm gonna put it on the elf. Because we probably are going to use the Zac Fair to sacrifice itself to protect something else. So let's just go ahead and do it like so. That way Shiko doesn't get, you know, played. Jace plotting. This looks a lot like our Jeskai build we did earlier, but there's a lot of nuance and differences between this deck and ours. All right, well, I could do this. Yeah, probably should. Counterspell? Tis a counterspell? Is it a counterspell? Good game, sir. Alrighty. GG's, another pretty solid win right there. Ouroborid is just too overpowered. It's just a really ridiculous card. I wish we could have shown him our spider though and what we were trying to do with these guys, but GG. All right, we are up against Saffron Olive again. We played him earlier. He was the one I told you about, that meme dummy, pretty hard. I wonder if he's playing the same deck. If he is, I'm actually prepared with this hand a little bit better. So I guess we'll find out. Probably not though. I didn't see any red in the deck before. Yeah, this is definitely not the same thing. Let's play this, and I guess let's get Gloria down so we can start searching for some stuff off the top. This is a very scary card, I'm not gonna lie. Being able to just discard and draw every single turn. We've already played this card today and had a lot of fun with it. And don't forget that it pings us as well if they end up playing some things from the graveyard. Okay, nothing else being done for the turn. Let's start with, I don't know, what do we want to start with? Because I feel like I need to get this in. And well, maybe I should get this in. Let's get this in and see if the Gloria finds us a land off the top. It does not. All right, so we'll play this tapped. We'll choose white. And then next turn, I've got the Nim. And I will activate our spider's ability here. Okay, they discard another land. Really getting through those lands quickly. Interesting. Opera Love Song. Puts it in the hand. Oh, that's so good, but I can't do it. I'm gonna unfortunately have to go this route first. We're gonna swing in with this because it'll have 4 toughness. This has 4 toughness, and then we'll pump all the other spiders here. I guess we'll pump you. All right, and then we get to see the top card of our deck. Hopefully it's another land or something that's playable. It is a playable card. Couple playable cards. Let's do this, get the cheering crowd down, and then we'll give Seth here the option to get more mana if he'd like to have it. He does take it. I'm really worried though that I'm overcommitted here to a sweeper. Okay, Quintora's Con is not a sweeper. GG's, let's go. All right, let's go. I got my revenge. Obviously not on the same deck list, but glad to get that one back. All right, guys, we are on a generational run right now with this thing. It feels so good. This hand looks good. Let's go. Oh, is this Legend VD? That's pretty scary. It's always kind of scary playing in these things, man, because sometimes you just run into some big names and some really talented players, and you just gotta lock in, you know? Which I'm not known for locking in too well. And it's still deciding whether or not they want to keep their hand. They decide to take a mulligan. Let's go. All right, we're surveilling with Selesnya mana. Pretty interesting stuff. I think I'm gonna go with the Dollmaker's Shop to get that rolling right away as soon as I can. That gives me a better Miles Morales putting counters on these guys. But then everything goes, well, no, that's only a 1-2. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Counters here and here. Probably should have gone with the Collector's Cage there instead of Miles Morales. The more I think about that, I do hope I get a land drop and I don't get punished for that, but I should have probably gone Collector's Cage because I forgot I was going to produce a 1/1 there. I guess it didn't really matter though, because even if I don't get a land and I did play the cage, I wouldn't have been able to activate it anyways because they all would have been 1 power. What's the plan? Knife trick. What is that? Additional cost of spell, discard a card, pay 2, 3 damage to target. Okay, sure. Let's grab, I guess, you. That wasn't the greatest of situations because I've already got one of those in the hand, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? So I guess my best bet is if I get a land, I can go Sheltered by Ghosts and then activate it and then pump my field the following turn. Okay, we keep on surveilling. We got Fear of Missing Out. We get this in the yard. I was gonna say Yuna's gotta be close by. And that was correct. What to do, man? I think it's this. Give me something good. Ouroboros. That's really good. Next turn we got Ouroboros and we got the spider. Well, actually, I think we only got one of them, but either way, pretty good. Okay, so any damage being dealt to that, it gets 1/1 counters instead, right? Okay, that can go through. It is what it is. That hurts because they're also going to get down the Knights of the Round here, which we can deal with this, but I don't know why I cannot find a land drop when I need it, man. It's so frustrating, but I'll get over it, I guess. All right, Ouroboros at least down. As long as I've got Ouroboros down, things can start looking a little bit up for us, but we're too slow. I mean, we missed way too many land drops at this point. We've missed like 10 land drops. Shelter by Ghost is going to be a pretty big player for us against the Summon on the 9th round, but outside of that, we probably are just dead here before we even get going. It really stinks because the Verilax is the anti-venom. It's basically going to just keep growing. I'm going to have to let that get through. Or chump block with like a 2/2. I don't know. Man, it always happens too against the legends, no pun intended. I get the worst luck. And I'm the one who kept the 2-land hand for sure. That's my fault. But I did think that, you know, with some grace that we would find a land after like 5 turns. Okay, they untap this guy for another attack. We take you out. We chump block you. Trade with all these guys. All right, we're gonna take 10 then. Gonna take 10. Man, what a problematic card this is, huh? Wish I could get 2 shelters, but hopefully I can just gain all that life back. We'll see. Man, they get another Fear missing out back from the yard too. Or actually an Overlord I didn't realize was in there. Jeez. Yeah, we're done. We're donezo. We gave it our best effort. We finally get a land. Finally get a land. Put the counter. No. Undo that because if I put a counter here that goes to 4, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we're just gonna have to go to the attack step then. Send in this to gain some life or what? These go over the top for lethal. I have to send this in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then I've got the cage that can give it a counter, hopefully doing some secretive block or, you know, catch them off guard with these blocks. We'll see. Yep, that's good enough. That is good enough. I mean, taking out the Una feels pretty good. I'm gonna gain 7 life, but 4 in the air I can't block, 5 that I can't really do anything about either. You know? Yeah, take out obviously the Una. Okay, so what are we at now? This doesn't have reach either. Okay. That's gonna do it. That's gonna be a GG's. They got how many attackers? Because again, I cannot block this. I mean, I can, but it would be kind of silly. He's all gain trample. I'm just gonna let this all get through. Good game. It is what it is. It is what it is. That was tough. All right. I mean, we can't be too upset. We had a crazy run so far with the deck. I think that might be it. I'm gonna have to count up the minutes, but that was a lot of fun.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.